All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back. You get to hang out with us for another couple days here. And as you can tell from that interview with Bassmaster.com there, Ronnie, I will be 100% honest with you, and much like the competition, they get on the Google machine and go on Bassmaster.com and look at all the previous footage from the events prior to 2023. Thanks, guys. So that was a meeting. Audio meeting on the phone with the whole JM production studio, and then I was there video wise, but Tommy Sanders just asked me, and they ask everyone like, oh, what would it mean, to win the 2023 Classic? And I remember Tommy and Zona asking me the exact same thing as we were in second place going into the final day of the 2019 Classic. They asked me the same thing and how emotional it was at the time. In 2018, there were some big changes in the sport. A lot of the huge names in the sport went this way and we stayed this way. It was very emotional then. This time it won't be so emotional, but I know the fans will show out, and it's gonna be it's a classic that I've got a lot of confidence going into. It really is. And the difference, the last time we were on that body of water, Jeff Gustafson, he smoked him in the exact same spot I found. So no one has learned more about that body of water, in my opinion, than me. Dude, there's like a low of like 27 degrees once we get there. So these nice warm days we've had here in Texas. And by the way, we've been catching some hammer swim bait fish on this dude right here. I've been playing with different ways to rig this, but it's really cool because we just launched the Dangerous Swimmer. You can get them all at all over the Bass Pro Shops. Actually, Trey will, this is the unloaded, and matter of fact, this spring classic, their giant sale is going on right now at Bass Pro Shops. Whether you walk into a Bass Pro or go to BassPro.com, Trey will give the link in the description below. But if you're willing to stock up on baits and equipment, now is the time to do it. Now through March 29th, I believe. So when you guys see this video, make sure you click on the links down below. Stock up on swim baits. Also, if you live next to a Bass Pro Shops, they're doing like this rod and reel trading program where you got that old reel that's like gritty, grimy, doesn't cast anymore. If you go walk in the Bass Pro, trade that rod and reel in, they will give you credit for a brand new, 13 fishing rod and reel or whatever you select on the shelves there. So, and it goes to a good cause. All those old rods and reels go to some kind of fundraising event or some kind of needy kids or needy fishermen. We're all needy fishermen, right? But yeah, now through March 29th, go check that out. But yeah, we've been catching giant swim bait fish, and I cannot wait to bring this brand new swim bait to Knoxville, Tennessee, Fort Loudon, Tellico Lakes, because I know for a fact those fish haven't seen that swim bait yet, and I'm gonna show it to them. It is Classic Week, or we're on our way to Classic Week. Over the last 3 or 4 days, on top of that interview there, I've been getting the boat ready. I've been getting the truck ready. I've been packing up all my gear, all my equipment back there. Loaded up the Battleborn battle wagon. I got the dogs all loaded up in the truck here. But yeah, this is the start of one of the most grueling 10 days in the sport of bass fishing, period. Not only is the fishing oftentimes tough, there's a lot of pressure, it's a classic, but all the things that lead up to the classic, all the preparation, the 13 hours of driving that it's about to ensue, and then just all the sponsor obligations and all the interviews, all the tackle prep, all that stuff leading up to the classic. It's like you're almost exhausted before the the tournament even starts. But you guys get to hang out over the next couple days here. We got a 13-hour drive. See what's going on in truck number 2 here. We got Trey, my wife, of course, and that's Beans. That's Leica Beans back there. That's Leica in this truck, and I've got Michi and Nebo over here. Oh yeah, check this out. I got a hold of Progressive, by the way, and they told me to call Toyota and try to figure out, if they had any of these windshields in stock, because they are an absolute hard time finding stock. So Trey gets to drive 13 hours with this giant bullet hole looking thing on her front windshield. Again, they're just back ordered, out of stock. I guess it's still kind of a COVID hangover situation going on. So 13-hour drive. I hope you guys enjoyed these last couple videos here lately. It's a total vlog style. I feel like a complete hipster I got the new shades on, and I got a hipster beanie on. All right, let's get after it. Long drive, a lot of things to think about on my way to Knoxville, Tennessee. Let's go.
Five things you must know, or 5 things you need to know.
5.
That way, things.
Yeah,
you know,
I got you. I hear you.
One narrow topic.
Okay, right.
I mean,
okay, let me come up with 5. Yeah, let me come up with 5 points on big flutter spoons, and I will call you back.
All right.
Okay.
All right,
I'll give you a little
safe.
heads up. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh man, once again, that was for a Bassmaster magazine interview regarding flutter spoons, and I've only been on the road for 2 minutes, and the writer called about a flutter spoon interview. So I haven't even had the opportunity or the time to even think about 5 points or 5 topics or 5 must-knows of flutter spoon fishing, but it's part of the job. I'm gonna have to come up with something and call him back. So. One thing about running a big diesel exhaust fluid, it is a pain in the absolute butt, but you have to run it. EPA emissions, it's mandatory. I think it's like 2008, 2009 diesel trucks and newer is required to run this DEF fluid, and look how nasty this stuff is. Like, you get it on your clothes and all over your, all over your truck. Like, look at it, it's all over the ground right here. Is not a lot of fun to deal with a diesel truck at all. Alright, see what I mean? It when it dries, it crystallizes. Not very clean. I guess it's clean for the air, but it's not very clean on your truck at all. Alright, so 3.5 gallons of that, and we're done. That just happened. Not good, dude. Not good at all. Oh boy. Motorcycle down. Not good at all. Wow. Oh man. I'm sure they got medical coming, and there was a dude working on him, but it didn't even look like he had a helmet on, man. Just, gotta be careful out there, guys. Golly, dude. I actually rode a motorcycle for a few years back in California, dude, and I didn't have any close calls, and I've seen other wrecks like that, dude, and there's 2 types of motorcycle drivers, and man, that is gnarly to see that. But there's 2 types of motorcycle drivers: riders who have been down and riders who will go down. It's just a part of it, man. That's pretty scary. I hope that guy's gonna be okay, man. He was like rolling over in agony. Poor dude. In this traffic, it's like 67 degrees out. It's kind of a nice day. It's a perfect time to break out sunflower seeds. These are the Takis Fuego flavored big seeds. They're really, really good, but in traffic here, I can roll down my window and spit them out the window. If you're a seed eater, you have to try this flavor, man. It is so good. If you haven't tried them, or if you like another flavor, comment down below. Let me know what your favorite flavor of sunflower seed is, especially in this brand, Bigs. Dude, those are the deal, but let me know what your favorite flavor is. And I don't venture too far out of this flavor right here, but if you got a recommendation on a new flavor to try, let me know down below. All right, been driving a few hours here. It's like every time I put my blinker on and slow down a little bit, Nebo wakes up and he knows we're about to stop. That's my little buddy right there. We're about to pull over and get some fuel and also feed these dogs. Woo! It's getting cold. The further north we go, the further east we go, it's getting colder and colder. We're up here in, let's see, where the hell are we? Arkansas. We're approaching Little Rock, Arkansas, and instead of driving all the way to Memphis, Tennessee for the night, we got such a late start today that we're just gonna go to the Bass Pro Shops in Little Rock, Arkansas. So that'll put us there around 9 p.m. or so. That way we're not driving all through the night. That way we have a nice, kind of a nice rest overnight, because I don't want to get too tired this early in the trip. I mean, practice hasn't even started yet. We haven't even started putting in those daylight to dark hours quite yet. It's really important that first night that we get a lot of rest. So that's gonna be a good call. We're just a couple hours away from the Little Rock, Arkansas store. Yeah, once we get done getting fuel here. Oh, there's beans. I think I'm gonna feed them. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and feed the dogs. It's always a challenge on the road feeding the dogs. They gotta grab all 3 of their bowls and get all their food out. They get to eat outside. Stay. Michi, here. That's you, Michi. Here.
I'm gonna pull up.
Pull up. Our dogs run our lives. All right, made it Little Rock, Arkansas. Bass Pro in the back there. It's about 7:45 and this particular store closes at 8 p.m. So we just set up. This is what you call boondocking. And what is boondocking exactly? Well, it's if you have your RV or motorhome and you pull up to a Bass Pro, it's actually welcomed. You know, there's a lot of like parking lots, like Walmart's, for example, and other places where boondocking is frowned upon. Not at the Bass Pro stores. They actually welcome it. So if you are traveling with your RV or motorhome and you need a place to stay overnight, they welcome you. Just do them a favor, go inside and buy a thing or two. And speaking of, I've got about 15 minutes to go in the store. I gotta get some hot hands. I gotta get some swivels for my line through swim bait setups. And I had one other thing on my list. I forgot what it was, but I gotta go run in there real quick before they close. So I'm gonna grab a dog, probably grab Michi because she needs to be walked. I'm gonna go head in there real quick and go buy a few things before they close. She's a good girl. How you doing, man? What's up, brother?
How are you?
You guys close in like 20, 30 minutes or so?
15.
Right on. You work in the marine department?
I do.
Do you have registration numbers?
Yeah.
Show me where
You
they're
just
at. What was your name again?
My name's Christian.
Christian. Right on, Christian. I appreciate it. We drove in from DFW on our way to the Classics. So there they are right there. Okay. Yeah.
He's a swim bait fisher.
Nice, dude.
As soon as we started talking, I was like, I thought of you. I was like,
Right on.
You
Want to get a photo?
Yeah,
let's get a
get a
photo.
selfie.
Let's get Michi in here too.
Sweet.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah.
You just walked in.
Heck yeah, dude. I appreciate it, man.
Good luck, man.
Thanks, bro. Thank you very much. All right, made it back. Got my TX registration numbers there. I got some swivels. Hot hands, that was the biggest thing because I looked at the forecast on the way over here. It's supposed to be like 24, 25 degrees a couple of those nights during practice. So hot hands are gonna be key. I'm tired. It's only 8 o'clock, but her and I are like old people. So it's nice to have this. We're like old people traveling around in an RV all over the country. But it's only 8 o'clock. Bass Pro just closed. I got my goods. The dogs went for a walk. They ate and went potty. They did all that stuff. I'm gonna go cover my boat and then I'm gonna call it a night. All right, that was a decent night's sleep, I guess. Except there was some dude in the parking lot across the way that was revving his engine all night, peeling out and all that good stuff. But another early morning here, as you can see outside. We just pulled this slide in. We're about to get on the road. All the chores are done. The dogs are walked and fed and all that. So first step of the morning right here. Yep, we gotta have it. Since practice starts tomorrow, yeah, we gotta get an early start out of here. So 8 hours today, and then we'll be checking in our campground. There it is, the Bass Pro Pyramid in Memphis, Tennessee. We made it. This is the last, obviously this is the state the Classic's gonna be in. So we're on the west side of Tennessee right now. So we're gonna drive all the way through and go all the way out to Knoxville, which is the east side of Tennessee. So no more border hopping, no more states left. Just a few more hours left on our drive. Really pumped. I mean, the state of Tennessee is such a good fishing state, especially in the month of March. All right, we got about another hour or so left in our drive to Knoxville, and seeing all like the Smoky Mountains and crossing over all these rivers and Kentucky Lake, seeing the whole Tennessee river system. it's hard not to think about the last time we were there for the Classic. And man, that was a special event. It was pretty gnarly going into the final day in like 2nd or 3rd place, and having a shot at winning the Classic. And that was one of those classics where, like, it was crazy because it was like KVD's last Classic and Ike and Ellie's last Classic. Of course, I grew up watching those guys, but that's when the fishing world split and they went and did their MLF thing, and that was the last Bassmaster Classic. But here we are 4 or 5 years later, and it's still the biggest, baddest event. But as I think about that week in 2019, you know, I'm kind of safe here. There aren't very many cars on the road. And as I look at these photos from 2019, I'm gonna put them up on the screen here. I'm just kind of scrolling through my camera roll from March of 19, and look at this photo right here. So this one, it was on day 2 when there were 0 live cameras on me. They had a live camera on me the first day because I had a really good practice. I didn't catch them that good the first day, but the second day, everything calmed down. There was no cameras around. It was just myself and my Marshall. I didn't even have a GoPro running. I left it up at the truck. And this photo right here, I got it up on the screen, is me taking a selfie with my phone, catching like the 3rd or 4th big one of the day, and it was a 5+ pounder. I caught it on a swim bait, and I just took a selfie of myself there. My Marshall couldn't believe it. It was awesome. Just a spur of the moment kind of selfie shot. It was awesome. And then I'm scrolling through here. This next photo, one of the cameramen, one of the camera boats got a hold of me. They knew I had a big bag, and it was Sago. And he pulled up to me while I was on a dock, and I skipped a swim bait up underneath this dock, and I catch another big one. And this is a couple photos from that kind of sequence right here. Just a nice little dock photo here, bent over, bent up. And then like these 3 photos right here of me on the stage. There's this one, there's that one, and there's this one that I really love. That right there, dude, if you've never felt that feeling in the sport of, I'm not just talking about the Classic, but that feeling of like achieving something and, you know, double fisting fish in the air, it's that feeling amplified by about 10, and holding up just a double fister of big ones on the Classic stage is like a feeling like I'll never ever forget. Just pretty freaking crazy there. This is probably my favorite photo. After like sacking up a giant bag, going back behind the scenes and going to the back room, you know, Zona's there and Tommy Sanders is there, Davey Height's there, and they're doing interviews. While I'm doing this interview, Matt Robertson, some of you guys know him, some of you don't, but he's the On 'em guy. You know, On 'em fishing. He's a redneck from Kentucky, but it was his first Classic, and he showed up to the Classic, you know, weigh-in stage with a fur coat on. Everyone's like, dude, who is this guy? Who is this guy? And this was his first time on the stage. And me and Zona were talking about the day I had catching 21+ pounds. And this dude comes across the stage, and the TV in the back room was showing Matt Robertson there. And look at Zona's face right here. Zona's like, who is this guy? Both of us are like, dude, who is this guy? And now he's kind of both of our friends, Zona and I's friend. But back in 2019, you know, new guy on the scene. It was just like, dude, what is this guy all about? But I'm glad he brings some color to fishing. So, but yeah, just a little reminiscing there as we're in the Smoky Mountains heading to Knoxville. A couple little photos I wanted to share there. All right, we made it to the campsite. Of course, here in Tennessee, it's very hilly. There are a lot of trees around. So this campsite, it's a little tight, especially for this 46-foot RV. So we'll see how easy this backup process is gonna go. I don't think it's gonna be that easy. It's gonna be kind of hard. No, Michi. No. Hey. No. Hey, now is not the time. Let me double check something here and take you guys with. All right, how's that for a parking spot? We're in the woods. We are in the woods. And how about when it rains later on this week? That's gonna be fun getting out of, huh? All right, I gotta get this plumbing dealt with. Got a freeze coming as well. So, oh, this is what I need right here. A lot of this stuff right here. Look, it's like laying all around the campground. This is what I'm talking about right here. Look at they just plumbed everything. Look at these nice exposed pipes right here. I cannot wait for this freeze. See, we need more of this stuff to put on that stuff. He said it's freeze proof. So
That's freeze proof?
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Oh, I love Tennessee. All right, I'm gonna get the rest of this stuff situated, then I gotta hit the ground running. I gotta get some foam and I gotta get some groceries, and then I gotta do tackle.
Is this Tennessee or Alabama?
Yeah. Brandon Lester's right over there. All right, I'm out. All right, just got back from grocery shopping and the hardware store, and I picked up some of these pipe insulators because here at the Classic, this is, you know, you don't want any of your attention off the actual fishing out there on the lake once the tournament starts. So I went ahead and wrapped this. I mean, they set up this brand new RV site for us over here. I mean, this is like super soft ground, and the RV's having a heck of a time like leveling itself. So I mean, it shows that this is a new site because they just, you know, new plumbing, but I went ahead and put this this insulation on this. So yeah, you didn't know this was gonna be a how-to type of home improvement show, did you? No, I'm just kidding. No, really, I just wanted to get all this stuff out of the way. That way, tomorrow when practice starts, my full attention is on the actual fishing itself. So tonight, it's not going to freeze. But sure as heck is the very next night, and I want to be able to fish tomorrow sun up to sundown and have zero distractions when I get off the water. I just want to come home, eat some dinner, and then get some rest, because I fully plan on doing 3 whole days of fishing. And again, you know, this being the Classic, I mean, you can't afford to lose that valuable time on the water. So with that, thank you guys for hanging out. I got some rods to do. You may or may not come with me tomorrow. I'm not quite sure. It's supposed to rain like crazy, and then after that, the freezing cold comes, 25 degrees comes. So I'm pretty tired. I'm worn out. Thank you guys for hanging out. It was a long drive out here, but I got some rods to do. There's only, you know, I've only got 2 swim baits rigged up right now. I want to have about 5 different swim baits rigged up, 2 kind of bottom hooked, and then 3 top hook line throughs. So I want to be able to throw everything at them that I could possibly think of over the course of the next 3 days. So with that being said, I may rig up 1 flat-sided crankbait, because that's where the flat-sided crankbait was born, out here on the Tennessee River. So flat-sided crankbait and a jig, and that is it, man. 5 swim bait rods, shallow crankbait, and a jig, and I will be good to go. So with that, I'm out. We'll see you guys at the next one. Peace. Oh man, this guy almost hit me.